So my motivation for starting a career in NATS was that my dad was an air traffic controller. He seemed to have a fair amount of time off, and we had a nice sized house and holidays, and he seemed to really enjoy his job.
One flight level 280, City.
I worked for BA for 12 years as cabin crew and kind of worked my way up the career ladder there. Multiple times I sat in the cockpit with the pilots, listening to air traffic controllers, and that got my interest in aviation.
Charlie 141 Charlie.
Before I started at NATS, I was in marketing for approximately 20 years. I feel like I wasn't being challenged enough in my career. As much as I enjoyed it, as much as I was good at it, I just felt like I needed that change and I needed something to make me feel a bit more alive again.
Flight level 140.
The air traffic controller career seemed to be very problem solving and puzzle solving. I have a degree in mathematics, so this seemed like the perfect fit for me.
123.9, convict
I was really inspired to be a controller because my grandfather was a controller and my mum and dad were both controllers. My dad said, "Oh, she'll never make it." After a few years I applied and got in, and it was great to prove my dad wrong.
My name's Lorraine.
Hi, I'm Rachael.
My name is Alison.
My name is Lucy.
My name's Harriet, and I'm a trainee air traffic controller.
I'm an air traffic control instructor.
And I'm a trainee controller.
I'm an air traffic control instructor.
And I'm a trainee air traffic controller.
I've been working for NATS for 23 and a half years. My dad was an air traffic controller. He was an air traffic controller since pretty much I was born, and he really, really enjoyed his job. Sometimes he'd come home and he'd be really excited with the day's work he'd had.
I'm just trying to get it done, so it's not always like sometimes like utility gets it. Just go through your strip scan. Yeah.
I think he would argue that he's better than me, but I respectfully disagree. My favourite things are actually controlling on radar. I like to instruct the students, and also you end up instructing your peers when, say, somebody uses a medical or they need to do a revalidation.
Runway 26, surface wind 240 degrees, 10 knots.
And the most rewarding thing to see is somebody validate.
India Lima, clear to land, runway 26.
We've had a lady go through recently that had young children, and obviously that puts added pressures on you, sleepless nights, things like that. And to see her validate recently was really rewarding.
What motivated me was I worked for 12 years as cabin crew, so multiple times I sat in the cockpit with the pilots, listening to air traffic controllers.
5 descent, flight level 300.
And that made me want to find out more about the role. When I applied, and then I got through. So our day is quite intense. It's quite a vigorous training program that NATS put us through. We do multiple sim sessions, so there's a theory side and there's a practical side of it. Most parts I enjoy getting valuable personal feedback from our instructors, because ultimately they want to make us better and they want us to pass the course.
So flight level 140.
I will admit, when I first started here at NATS, I did lack a little bit of confidence because it was a complete career change from what I used to do in the past. But I found that all the support I've received here has boosted my confidence from the instructors. It showed me how resilient I am. So that's a massive thing that I've taken from all of the training I've had so far, is resilience.
I also enjoy the cohort that I'm working with. I've met some really great people and made some really good friends that I'm sure hopefully I'll have for life.
I think I found some of the best things about working at NATS are actually the people that I work with. So there's a huge variety of people on my course, so different ages, people from different backgrounds, so it's been really great to meet a whole host of different people. The instructors that work with us are all fabulous, so it's just been a really enriching experience to meet people from all over that I wouldn't have necessarily met had I not joined NATS.
So the best thing about working for NATS is the people that you work with. There's such a diverse team. We work with tens of hundreds of people. On the watch-based system, you would generally be working with a different person every day. There's lots of different characters. As you go through your training, you tend to make friendships that last a lifetime.
Some of the best things about working at NATS is the friendly atmosphere. Everyone here, it seems to be happy to be here, and I always feel comfortable talking to literally anyone and that I could seek advice from, and they're always happy to give advice. We solve different scenarios with multiple aircraft and traffic throughout the airspace, and we come up with ways to solve those conflictions and ways to solve the problems that arise as they travel through the airspace.
I think the best thing is, since I have become an instructor and I get really good feedback, and watching the trainees go into the operations room after they've come out of the college, I really like the fact that I've made them grow for facing the ops room. I absolutely love the teamwork. Working together when it can be high pressure at times is great fun. It brings you really close together. You look after each other really well. It's a fantastic environment to work in.